Yo, it's your boy LOZA, and today we're looking at this deck profile that's been sent to me by Jasper. I'm not really sure what to expect other than a disaster. So, I was told to watch the intro and then skip to 17 minutes, and that sounds great. Let's go.
I spent $4,000 on a meta Dark Magician deck. Oh, this was so stupid. What's up, guys? We're back with another video today.
Alright, so I guess my biggest interpretation of this is gonna be like 3 Eye of Timaeus, a bunch of like the Dark Magician spell traps that are just absolutely like irrelevant, unplayable. $4,000 makes me think maybe the Dark Magician's a high rarity. I can't think like what else. I know Dragoon is expensive, Souls is expensive. Alright, we're gonna skip to 17 minutes here. Winder. So they're playing the Schism package with Nadir?
Change it up a little bit. First of all, we're playing
Oh, it's based on Ryan's deck. Oh, then this
2
deck
Dark
is
Magician.
good.
We're only playing 2 because 3 ends up being a little bit bricky anyway. You can usually get to it
2 Ghost. Okay, that's huge. I thought this would be a disaster. If this is based on Ryan's deck, it's actually going to be
pretty
good.
easily with some other cards. I have this Dark Magician Girl that I was going to sell, and then I realized I needed a Dark Magician Girl for this deck. So I kept it. It's the dual terminal rarity. Pretty cool. Then we have the unlimited LOB Red Eyes. Yeah, if I went hard and got like a first edition.
Oh, I have a Legend of Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, but it's in the shittest condition. It's so bad.
Red Eyes, then this would be a lot more expensive. I could just use my BGS 9, play a slab in my deck. That would be easy. Then here's the biggest miss of the deck. We have 3 Magician Souls.
Yes.
I spent $158 each on these. Yeah, nice. $158. Go look at the price now because it is crashed since it got reprinted in Brothers. I thought they were going to reprint.
People have told me Souls will not crash. Look at this shit. This card is going down, baby. It's good. All my budget DM players get king.
This in Legendary Duelist Season 3, but instead they went ahead and did it in Brothers, so it crushed the value of these, but that is okay. I accepted it. We take an L on this, but it's a very, very good card for the deck. You have to have it, so that's why I bought it. I was like, I want to have the deck to play, and
people always ask for like a substitute. Like, there isn't. Sends for cost. Like, there's nothing that does this except like Foolish Burial and Monster Reborn. They're 2 cards that are at 1, so like, just get Souls.
If they were printed eventually, that's fine. Came a little earlier than I expected, but whatever. Then we have 3 Magician's Rod. I absolutely love this card. I think it looks really, really nice. Just a really good card in the deck. You can add a spell and trap that lists Dark Magician, so it's just really good. So we have the 3
We need
Magician's
a better
Rod, which is really
spell
cool.
trap to
Then
add
we
off
get into the weird
Rod,
stuff we play. 2 dogmatic cards. We got the Ecclesia and then this guy.
Holy shit, it's Ryan's list. Let's go.
But these cards are both very good, and while they're not Dark Magician, they work out pretty well because they are spellcasters, and we do have that secret village of the spellcasters in the side. We also play Dogmatic Punishment, which is super good. So there's a lot of good synergies with that.
It's cool because Ryan and I talk about our deck list a lot. So this is going to be a very similar deck to mine, but it's going to be running Crossout. So if you've seen my Crossout build, it'll be more similar to that.
Just like good cards in general you can throw in there. It's not actually
it's got the
Magician,
Schism
really cool.
package.
And then we get into the hand traps. So we have the 2 Effect Veilers. So I have Ultimate Rare
Why
here
not
and then Super Rare.
double
I got this
ulti?
after I got my other deck because I bought 2 Starlights for the Blue Eyes deck. So I threw these in here and used these instead. And then we've got 3 Ash.
I like Platinum Effect Veiler, by the way. It's such a dumb rarity.
Awesome. So we pulled 2 of these on a live stream, and then we've got 1 Gold Rare because that's all we had left. So these are
You got to play Gold Rare Ash because you'll see them more.
or the hand traps. If I had actually bought like highest rarity, like Starlights and then first editions here, it would have been more expensive. And then for our spells, we got 3 of the Legendary Red Eyes Fusion. This is another one that took a big hit because I bought the first edition Super Rares because they were the only foil print, and they reprinted in Brothers of Legend, so it's probably going to be way down because I think they made it a Super in there as well. Pretty nice to have the original first edition Super Rare. We've got the Magician Salvation from the 10. This card's actually pretty good because you can set Eternal Soul from your deck. If you bring back a Dark Magician, you can bring back a Dark Magician Girl as well, which is why you play that in here. Also, you play Dark Magician Girl because of Soul Servant. Soul Servant gives you a Pot of Greed from the graveyard. It's really good. You play 3 of them. I don't think they actually reprinted this, did they? Maybe we actually saved some value there because they are not having the Legendary Duel Season 3. I assume because they just reprinted
a little
it.
bit too
that one should still be decent. And then we got 2 Dark Magical Circles. Beautiful looking card. Just really good because you can banish when you
Ryan plays 2.
Then we have 3 Nadir Servant, which you guys saw me open a whole like 3-4 cases to get these. This is just a really good card, so that's why you play like that mini Dogmatic Engine. Pretty nice. We got a couple of Sky Striker cards. They just work well with the extra deck. So there's only a couple of them. So we got Engage, which can turn into a 1-card draw, which is nice. We got this, which you can go into a Link Monster. We got Called by the Grave, which is just a good card in general. For the traps, you got 2 Dogmatic Punishment, really strong. We got an Ultimate Rare Imperm that we pulled. We didn't get another one. We did have a 3rd Secret Rare though, first edition, which is cool. Then the Eternal Souls are like the cheapest card in the deck. They're like $1, but they look great as Secret Rare. So it was nice that something was cheap. Then shit all Schism is in here, so the extra deck kind of works out with that. And then 1 Skill Drain. Then for the extra deck, we have Access Kotaker. Okay, we don't have him yet, but we're opening gold tomorrow, so we should pull at least 1 because we're opening 3 cases. So that will be this because we don't have one. Then we have the Nightmare Phoenix. We've got Selene, which is a pretty good card for the spellcasters. These go with our Sky Striker cards. Link Spider actually already had this card, which was nice. We got the Artemis. I already had this one too. I think I got it out of the collection, so nice. We got the Predaplant, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon getting reprinted, but as a Starlight, we're hopefully going to replace this with a Starlight. It'd be nice.
I would play a 2nd Anaconda and Dragoon.
This, or however you say this card, is crazy. You just get to pop a monster when you ditch it with Dogmatic Punishment or Nadir Servants. It's really good. Then we've got our El Shaddai options from our Schism. We got the Titanic Clad. It's got a 2nd effect when
also, I play Omega instead of Wind Pegasus because right now, shuffling back our Phoenix Enforcer is really good. I believe at the time of this tournament that Ryan played this list, Phoenix Enforcer wasn't out yet, so
You pitch it,
He
and so
played
does
Wind
this
Pegasus.
Ignister. A lot of options there in the extra deck. And Access Code, of course, is crazy, which, you know, we don't have them yet, but we will. Then the side deck. This actually was really expensive. All, like, the decent staples. I figured if I'm going to have these staples, it doesn't have to be just for this deck. It can be for any deck. So I'm just going to get, like, all the highest rarity. So I got the Artifact Lancias. These weren't too expensive, actually, which, I mean, they look great for how cheap they were.
If you're unsure why Lancia is good, wow, there's only 2. You should definitely play 3. If you're unsure why they're good this format, Phantom Knights are hopping around. That whole deck says banish. The Infernoble deck also plays a Phantom Knight engine and also will lose if you just drop Lancia. They can't make their board. And they're two, like, Phantom Knights is coming up in play. Infernoble's kind of rogue, but that's 2 decks, right? Invoked Dogma Shadow. Well, if you drop Lancia on them, they cannot make Mechaba, and therefore their Nadir's things are not going to resolve properly. Oh, actually, that's a lie, because Artemis will just sit on the field. But they're not going to have the Mechaba, so that's really good. Next deck. Everyone knows it's coming. Flunderies. If you just hit Flunderies with this great card, they don't play. It's as simple as that. Another meta deck that this hits is obviously anything Tri-Brigade. And there's a lot of Tri-Brigade variants. Some people are playing Pure, some people are playing it with the birds. The bird build is crazy good. But if you Lancia them, yeah, they're still going to get their bird plays off, but they're not going to get any of the Tri-Brigade junk going. And that's the more oppressive stuff in my opinion, because that's how they get to either the Wind Barrier statue or Apex Avian, and you don't want to deal with that. It also means their Tri-Brigade Oath in the grave will not be live. Yeah, so they need to have a Beast Warrior, and a Wing Beast. At least one of each. And if you Lancia them, they're not going to be able to get into all those things. They're not going to be able to get to the Link 3. Morg summons out the Wind Barrier statue or like Apex Avian or something else really annoying. So the good thing here is Lancia's going to help you not have to deal with that. So I would say everybody side deck Lancia at 3. There's so many decks that just randomly hits too. Like Grand Marju, like if you do it against Grand Marju, great, they can't play. I mean, they still can, but you get what I'm saying. Lancia is a really good card in general for this meta right now, but it's also really good in Dark Magician because all the artifacts can be set in the back row. Guess what happens? Dark Magician players, people side in back row removal. You can set them. It's fine to like, if you can play Scythe, I don't give a fuck. I'm playing Scythe right now. Set Scythe in the back row if you open it. Games 2 and 3, people are going to side in Lightning Storm and Cosmics and all that jazz. I mean, if it gets Cosmic, you're in trouble, but you get what I'm saying. That kind of stuff is going to be very useful for you. So yeah, artifacts synergize with Dark Magician pretty well. The other thing to take from that is you could play Sanctum. If I'm playing first against Flunder or something similar, like Phantom Knights, I know that I'm going to side in 3 Sanctum and 3 Lancia, and they're going to have a sad time, even if they hit me with that Lightning Storm. Please play Artifact Lancia this format.
3 ulti Droll and Lockbirds. I went a little crazy here, but I figured this card's really good. Let's get them. Terraforming.
Card's really good this format as well. Pretty much hits all those decks I mentioned, more or less. Like, it's really good against the invoked builds where they go Meltdown, grab Alstar, use like Droll, like, pfft. Crazy good. Droll also hits Flunders pretty well, and there's just Droll's always decent when decks just be searching a lot. Very good side as well. I think you should side it at 3 as well.
You guys saw this on Twitter. It's missing part of the name, which was odd. So ulti there. We got a couple of Cyclone ultimate rares. Forbidden Droplet, we pulled this. I didn't buy it.
Funny story. There was a big fight in the Dark Magician Discord over people. Well, mainly 2 people, but people were butting in here and there about like Droplet's better in this deck, and other person's like, nah, Dark Rule is better. And, like, I honestly was like, bruh, they're both good. Like, just play them if you have them. Like, fuck it. But Dark Rule's also, like, $3, so... I've been playing Dark Ruler as well. Red Eye's Fusion Droplet should win you, like, any board. So let's look at Sword Soul. Their end board is normally Fleur, one of their Synchro 8s, and the trap card that tribute a worm to pop 2, I think, or return 2. So what we're going to do is play Red Eye's Fusion. They're going to negate it with Fleur. So I would say just Droplet the Fleur. Then from here, their only real response... You have Dragoon out, right? Their only real response, you want to pop both of them with Dragoon and then swing for game. Now, they could use the trap and try Tribute the Worm. You got to negate, right? So you're going to negate that. So I guess you do need to Droplet the 8 Synchro because he has a monster effect negate too. But I think it targets. I'll have to check. But anyway, for the purpose of the example, you would Droplet both monsters, right? And you've got Dragoon. You go Dragoon pop. They're going to try use the trap. You're going to be like, nope, negate. Pops Fleur, they take 3k, I believe. You're going to pop the other guy, they take 2-8, you swing for game. That's 5-8 damage, Dragoon's 3k or 4k, boom. So I really, like, Dark Ruler is good, don't get me wrong. Like, if you have Dark Ruler, play Dark Ruler. But in my head, Droplet plus Red Eye's Fusion is, like, the craziest combo this deck can do. Combo, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it'll win you a game. The craziest 2 cards you could open going second. I guess the other thing with that is... Ash could just end that whole process. But if you had Cold Buy, or if you play the build like Ryan is, and you have... Oh, he didn't have crossouts in here. Right, the actual video, Ryan has crossouts. But anyway, the point is, yeah, if you have crossout, droplet, and ref, well then you've got like the strongest 3 cards going second.
I did not buy another one because Brothers reprinted it, so we're just going to pull another one. And then there's the Feather Duster. I already have this, so I didn't upgrade it. This you guys saw, bad condition, unfortunately. Summon Limit, they reprinted this in gold as well, so I did have a common maybe.
People tell me about Summon Limit and like playing it. Like, I've played Summon Limit a lot, don't get me wrong. The biggest problem is going second. It's trash. Absolute trash. So you have to main deck it, right? Because games 2 and 3, most players are going to side backward removal into you. And this card doesn't do anything when it's wiped from the field. Yeah, people are like, oh, you can side it for when you know you're going first. Like, if you know you're going first, your opponent knows they're playing second, and you're going to get board wiped. I just think Summon Limit is good if you main deck it and you play first, and you win the die roll and you see it. Playing second, there's way better floodgates like Skill Drain, Imperial Order, Rivalry goes in, there can only be one. I don't think we can play there can only be one, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Replace that with a gold version. The side deck was crazy expensive. And there is the deck we spent $4,000 on.
Well, that's going to wrap up this video. I was honestly surprised with the deck. It's really good. And it's really fucking expensive. Isn't that just the Dark Magician way? Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I actually really like this deck. I thought it would be way, way worse. When I did see Ryan's YouTube thumbnail there, I was like, okay, this is actually going to be playable. Great. So yeah, wow. The Dark Magician deck building ceiling is actually expanding. Yeah, baby. We're actually making it happen. Let's go. DM best deck. You're hearing it from me. When we get Illusion of Chaos, shit's going to be wild. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.